I was honored today when Maura called to ask me if I would share some memories and reflections of Timmy. I was also a little surprised when George O'Vanny said that I heard that I was speaking at the Cogs Classic representing the Stonehill flavor. I hate to disappoint, but I graduated, I left Stonehill just about 100 credits shy of graduation. My memories of Stonehill are rather brief, as will be my remarks. But I went to Stonehill for two reasons. The first one, it was one of two colleges that would have me. That second one, the Marist, the farm on the Hudson, that came in pretty handy very shortly thereafter Stonehill. The primary reason was Timmy. Being 4 years younger than Timmy, I grew up listening to him tell stories about his boys at Stonehill, parties at Jefferson House, at Brother Mike's. Timmy convinced me to go to Stonehill sight unseen, knowing that wherever Coggy went, a good time was sure to follow. I was all set to begin my journey at Stonehill as a freshman when something terrible happened. The Massachusetts State Legislature passed a law raising the drinking age from 18 to 20. My Stonehill experience would be decidedly different from that of Timothy John Collins. I would love to stand up here and share some great memories about hanging out with Timmy at Brother Mike's, but I can't. I never really got a sniff of the place. Oh, except for those great non-alcoholic mixers they used to have. Oh yeah, and that place was located right below where I lived. So you could hear what a great time you were missing all the time. Well, I actually got to spend a fair amount of time at Brother Mike's because Timmy, as a director of the bar, he got me a prestigious job, cleaning the bar. So, at least I got to see and smell what a great time you were having the next day, as well as being able to see. But Timmy did everything to make my short time at Stonehill a great one. He introduced me to everyone and invited me to every keg party at Jefferson House, standing invitation. Timmy Coghlan was the most inviting person I've ever met. At Stonehill, having Timmy Coghlan as a friend was like having one of those PBA badges in your wallet. You felt safe and protected, and we were able to get away with some pretty good shit. A couple years ago, I went to the dedication of the scoreboard at Stonehill in Timmy's honor with my two boys, Matthew and Owen. Matthew thought Stonehill was a great place and wanted to know why I left. Well, Coggy to the rescue. I told him that when I came back my sophomore year, Timmy had graduated, and the place wasn't nearly as much fun. So I left. Ain't it still the truth? Growing up friends with Robbie, I got to see what a great, cool big brother Timmy was to Robbie. Always good for a quick loan, an illicit six-pack, or a ride in the family car. There was a time, however, when Timmy misremembered that he was supposed to ride Robbie and his date to a date dance. It was pre-cell phone era, and Timmy was unreachable at lamplight. Kevin Cunningham was called in to pinch drive. Robbie was not amused, and let Timmy know it. But Timmy wasn't a big sorry guy, and after a while he heard enough. Quit busting my balls, Robbie. It's not like you were getting any from Doreen Lane. But the quality of Timmy's that I admired the most since I was a kid was the way he could elevate your game. I learned early on playing pickup games of basketball at the Coglins about Timmy's intensity. He'd post you up, stick his ass out, score over you, and then bark. That was Adrian Daly. He was only a sophomore. I was only 10 years old at the time. Mr. Coghlan, I gotta tell you, I know what Mrs. Coghlan felt like during those tennis matches we were talking about. Whether you played with him or against him, he made you work harder. He made you better. He was a natural leader. And when you saw the effort he brought, he challenged you to do the same. And that qualities like that made an MVP his senior year at St. Mary's in lacrosse and basketball, and again his senior year in football at Stonehill. He was always elevating your game. The same was true as Timmy as a broker. People followed him easily because they believed in him, and they respected his all-in style. He was generous in many ways, but not the least of which was the way he helped people in the business. I remember being at Murphy's one night, having just started on Wall Street, and Coggy asked me what I was doing. I told him I'm brokering corporate bonds. He looks at me. Woody trades those. Immediately pounces on Woody. Hey, Woody, why don't you scratch a little stink off your pad and do a trading question? The next day, a handful of trades from Woody. Timmy was a great promoter of his friends and immensely proud of their successes. I'm sure that everyone in this room can remember a time when they were urged or motivated by Timmy to do something. Whether it was to go for a boys' trip you didn't think you had time for it, drink that 40th Coors Light you didn't think you had the stomach for it, compete in that triathlon, or just get in better shape. He was always elevating your game. His spirit is so strong and his voice so distinct that you can still hear him on that trip, or during that late night sip, or on the tough leg of the try. Although Fazy, you may have had water in your ears, but I think what Coggy was saying was, let go of the buoy. Timmy taught me a lot, from the value of a well-tipped bartender to what it truly means to look after your friends and to cherish those friendships. Timmy's legacy can be found right in this room here tonight, among his friends and his family, where he continues to bring people together, ignite friendships, and elevate all our games in the name of Stonehill, a place that he loved and it gave him so very much. Thanks very much.